What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. I want to talk a little bit about Coach Prime and what he said at his press conference about Shedeur Sanders not being considered. Acho weighed in on Coach Prime haters. Got to talk about Paul Finebaums and them who said, the last game that they were going to win was the Colorado State game. And since then, they only lost that one close game to Kansas State. They would have beat Kansas State, then they wouldn't have lost the game since week two versus Nebraska. But Shedeur is flying under the radar a little bit, and I don't want to say as a prospect because he's clearly one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, right? But as far as his Heisman candidacy, Travis is getting all the attention from Colorado, and rightfully so. Like he deserves his attention, but also you can't have a Heisman discussion without Shedeur Sanders right now. Just last game 25 for 3,323 yards, QBR of 91.2. The week before 80 QBR. The week before that 83 QBR. And that was the game against number 18 Kansas State, 31-28. They are, a ranked team in my opinion. I mean, I think they are a top 25 squad in the nation. You look at was it Army, who was 25 and they got drubbed yesterday. I think you have to put Colorado, somebody like that, right there in that spot this coming week, man. But I want to look at this. The games are won in the trenches. There was a lot of conversation around Coach Prime last year saying that, guys can transfer and guys need to be better. They were like, okay, these guys ain't going to protect Shedeur because he calling them out in the press conference. But if you could see right here, this is where the game is won. Everybody know the game is won in the trenches. You can have all the talent you want, but I want to salute these guys. And also, it doesn't work like that, right? People assume that they were going to let Shedeur get hit, but these guys want to make it to the highest level too. Letting Shedeur get hit to prove a point with something Coach Prime said in the press conference don't help them get to the next level, right? So it don't work like that. Coach Prime was just calling them out and wanting them to be better, okay? But we going to get into what Coach Prime said, what Shedeur said, and also Acho. Let's check it out.
Tonight was one of those nights. And, I mean, shoot, that's what we expect. He's so darn good that we don't give him the credit that he deserves for some of the things that he does.
Coach, he started 15 of 15 school record.
Wow. See, you don't even know that stuff because you're into the game and you're coaching. You don't even think about that kind of stuff. I think he did that one time in Jackson, that he was phenomenal like that. But wow. And they don't even mention him for the Heisman? He's not even mentioned? Oh, my bad. He's my son. That's why.
It is what it is. I don't really look too deep into that. I just want Travis to win, of course, and that will be almost like I won because I threw him the ball. So when Travis, he is the best player in college football, hands down. And I'm excited for him to win it. And that'll just make my day right there. That's it. Like whenever he was for the NCAA game, like just seeing him on there, knowing the sacrifice that he took, to make all this happen, come to HBCU, come here, and no matter how much money he was offered and all the crazy type of stuff I heard that he told me, I'm like, yeah, bro, you're a good friend, bro. You're a good brother.
You, stop what you're doing. Public service announcement. Deion Sanders can coach. And when I say Deion Sanders can coach, I mean that boy can coach well. You realize Colorado, they've now won 6 games. Colorado's only won 6 or more games in a season once since 2007. Over that period of time, Colorado Buffaloes have had 8 coaches. They've had 8 coaches, but none like Deion Sanders. You see, back in the day, when you say Colorado dominated all 3 phases, you're thinking Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Now when you say they dominate all 3 phases, I'm talking offense, I'm talking defense, I'm talking special teams. They can run the football now. They can always pass the football prolifically with Shedeur Sanders. They can catch. They can play defense with Travis Hunter, Heisman finalist type of talent. Deion Sanders has turned this Colorado football program all the way around. Say what you can about the flash. Say what you can about the sizzle. But now it's sizzle along with substance. Shout out to what Deion Sanders is doing with the Colorado program. Whether you love him or you hate him, you better respect him.
So the Jason Whitlocks and Paul Finebaum's been really quiet. Do you know how hard it is to change a program around in just 2 seasons and become bowl eligible? Right? And they have an outside chance at the Big 12 title game right now. Nobody's talking about that. So Coach Prime, man, I think they're playing at such an elite level right now, and they're doing a great job putting game pressure on these teams. They went to Arizona, that fast start. They get out to a quick start again last night and make teams play catch up. Having two of the biggest offensive weapons, in college football, in Travis Hunter, um, Shedeur Sanders, but shoot, let's not stop there. LeJontay Wester, all those guys, right? The receiving core, Jimmy Horn, even though he had a costly penalty last night, those guys get open, and Shedeur found them, man. And I want to give another shout out to the guys protecting Shedeur. He's taken a lot of sacks last year. He's took a lot of sacks, or had a lot of pressure put on him earlier this season too. But you could see the talent of the guys, and um, you could see that they can take it to another level because they've been better. They ain't just been as bad as they were even in the earlier week. So you see there's more talent there, and that's what Coach Prime was speaking to last year. You have to have the guys up front on both sides of the ball, really, because the defense has been stout. They've gotten stops that they needed, and that was a scarcity last year for the team. But looking at it this year, they have all the elements that they need, and they're continuing to climb, right? I said they should be number 25 next week. Not too high, not too low. But you should put them anywhere in the 20s. I'm good with right now because I feel like they've earned that. If they would have beat Kansas State, they would have had it a few weeks ago. But they didn't just get blown out by them. So you could believe that if they play Nebraska again, it would be a really close game, or Colorado may even pull away. They are not the team that they were in week 2 right now, and so that's the biggest thing. I'd love to see them get there and then have an outside chance of continuing to climb in the rankings, because there's 12 teams in the college football playoff right now, and I would love for them to get at least their opportunity. You start them in the 20s right now, and you just let the rest of the season play out. That would be good for the college football playoff if they were there. I don't know. That's an outside chance right now, wishful thinking, but I would just love to see them have an opportunity to get up closer to that 12 spot, depending on who loses, who wins, week in, week out. But yeah, man, Coach Prime, what he said about his son, they could be holding some of that against him. But Shedeur has played at a Heisman level, right? Uh, there haven't been too many quarterbacks that has been better this year, if any. And he's not mentioned in the Heisman at all. So I would just I want to know what the criteria is, why he's not mentioned, why he's not up there. Um, QBR out of this world over the last few weeks. Making plays with his legs. The big time pass to take that game in overtime a few weeks ago. He's got moments. He's got the stats to back it up. The team should be top 25 this week. We should see his name climb in that race, in my opinion. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.